Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about the new Netflix movie Moxie. This hits Netflix tomorrow, March 3rd, and it is directed by and stars Amy Poehler. Now, just from the trailer and just from reading the synopsis, I was like, yeah, this is going to be a real girl power movie, as considering that I have two daughters. Those are always really important to me for them to watch a movie and realize, like, yeah, I have a voice and I can share that voice. I expected this to be pretty hilarious. I mean, it's Amy Poehler. She's so funny. I adore her. And this is actually it's based off of a book as well. So let's get into my spoiler-free review of Moxie, which hits Netflix again tomorrow, March 3rd. But before I get into it, I'd love it if you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Hey, Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. All right, guys. So like I said, I went into Moxie thinking this is going to be a hilarious coming-of-age girl power type movie, and well, unfortunately, that isn't really what I got. This movie, I couldn't really tell who it was geared towards. I mean, just from reading the description, I thought maybe I can watch this with my oldest daughter. She's almost 10. We'll see. I'll definitely check it out first. I usually check out movies, especially ones that are teetering on, is this for teens or tweens, before watching with her. Really glad I did. Because partway through, I mean, it does get a little bit rapey, which is a little much for a 9-year-old, right? Definitely something I'm not going to watch with her. But it also made me think, as a teenager, wouldn't it feel awkward for you to watch this with your parents? Or parents, wouldn't it be awkward for you to watch with your teenager? I think coming-of-age stories where women are told you have a voice, use it, be yourself, should be something that you should be able to sit and watch with your parents. Doesn't need to go that far. It even made me uncomfortable just watching myself, so I can only imagine watching with your teenager how that would feel for both of you. So I was a little disappointed in that. Also, I felt like the humor wasn't where I thought it would be. Yes, there were certainly some moments where I laughed out loud. There were definitely some humorous moments, but it just didn't work all the way through, and it was a little too serious, which again is something I think the audience that should be watching this is not young, but maybe teenage girls. Really would say tweens, but not with what I just described. That should be who this movie is geared towards. And it just doesn't, it's a little too serious. It's a little too slow. It definitely feels long. It's almost 2 hours and it feels like it's 2 hours long. There's definitely some dragging. I mean, the acting overall is okay. I mean, some of the actors, I hate to say this, I really do, but it just almost feels a little over the top in moments and a little too dry in others. When you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about, or if you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I mean, there's that issue with like child actors, but some of these older actors, because they're not really children, did have that same effect on me. I was kind of like, all right, like what? It didn't work for me, unfortunately. I have not read the book, so I don't know how similar this is to the book. I do love this idea of young women expressing themselves, being who they are, having a voice. I absolutely love that. I just feel like the message, it stinks because this movie could have been so good and it has such an important message to bring, and I feel like it just falls flat. It could have been cleaned up a little bit. Like I said, I mean, I haven't read the book, so I can't really compare if this is very true to the source material or if they took too many liberties, but it just should have been a movie that tweens and teens can sit down and watch with their mother, with their father, with their friends, and not get bored, not feel like it's a little too serious, like not get uncomfortable because of like rapey things that go on. I get it. I mean, I hate to say that this movie fell flat because I was really excited about it. I thought it was going to be a great positive message movie, and while it is, it just lacks in other ways. The acting is not top notch. The humor is hit or miss, and it's not as much of it as I expected. It gets a little too serious. Like I said, there's definitely some uncomfortable moments when watching it, and I just wish, I feel like it could have been so much better, and it really makes me sad. Like, really makes me sad. Even the cinematography is just a little flat. It's very much like it feels like a made-for-TV movie, and I hate to say that, except for, like, you know, the rapey part. That's not really a TV-friendly aspect of it, but I expected so much more from Amy Poehler, and perhaps I went into this with too high expectations. I was excited about it. I was excited about we have a voice, girl power, and it just didn't work for me. There is hopefully an audience out there for this. Like I said, I really expected this to be for tweens and teens, and I'm wondering if it's a little too slow and not funny enough and a little too serious for that age group. But I don't know. If you guys have seen Moxie by the time you get to this review, let me know what you thought down below in the comments, especially if you're a teen, because I feel like this was geared towards the teenage group, and I'm wondering if it's going to work or if it's going to fall flat for you guys. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more reviews or trailer reactions. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. You guys can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Mama's Geeky over there, MAMASGEEKY. Also, Real Tessa Smith. And I wanted to love this, and I truly think my downfall is going into it with too high expectations.